Happy Thursday. I cannot even endeavor to get any kind of wow factor going for my intro today. Natalie, the dear hairdresser, following up on my last video about why it maybe looked like I didn't have my life together for so long and why I feel like I don't have my life together right now beyond all the other stuff going on. Specifically, I've had a challenge having a stable life because I have a really unstable co-parent. If you have a co-parent that isn't very stable, then that affects you a lot. That also affects your kids. I'm in a really tough situation this year. My co-parent isn't doing very well. They are struggling and their life is very chaotic. There's been a lot of collateral damage done in the last 3 months. Some relationships that aren't going to be repaired within the family. And I'm feeling the burden of a lot of that pressure while this person lives their chaotic lifestyle, pretending to be okay when they're really not. I want to say something, and I have to be vague about this, but if you can read between the lines, I think you'll get the message. If this applies to your life or anyone you know, because I did this for a long time, if you're covering someone's ass for them, thinking that that's going to help them become a better person or something like that, or because you feel guilty, or because maybe you've done some bad things too, well, that's total BS. You don't need to do that anymore. In fact, I'm going to beg you not to do that anymore because you're messing with people's regular lives and the law, the natural law and order of the way things are supposed to go. People are supposed to be held accountable for their actions. People are supposed to be able to put boundaries in place and for those to be taken seriously. It shouldn't be the victim's job to protect themselves, So this situation has me really stressed out because I would like to remove my children from chaos. And that would be great. I'd also like, some financial help with my situation here, since things are kind of crashing down on me. Here's the rub. In order for me to legally go and do something, like ideally, I need about 10 grand for a lawyer so that I can go do that, because I've been slogging through legal paperwork, trying to do things for myself, pro se. And I know a lot, but I know enough to know that there's a lot to it. So not only do I or anyone else in this situation need to have access to good legal representation, because I know people that have gotten a lawyer and they're a bad lawyer. Like, I didn't have the best lawyer in my situation previously, and I got stuck with a really shitty parenting plan that I'm stuck with now, Here's the other message that I want to say really strongly. Before you judge someone who is struggling really hard, like, let's just use me as an example, a single mom, not getting child support from her not helpful co-parent who's very chaotic, maybe you don't realize that it's not that easy for me to just call up my lawyer and take that guy to court. It's not that easy for me to just call the police and say, hey, can you, make sure my friend's safe. It's not that simple, okay? And there's a lot of things in place to make that almost as difficult as possible for a person to get done, okay? So don't be so damn harsh. And if you're in the middle of someone being held accountable, get out now. Get out of the way. You are ruining lives. Okay, this was super intense and I'm feeling really intense. I have noticed that I've spent way too much time being nice because I thought that would get me virtuous things. I was told a lie. Being the nice guy gets you walked all over. And I think there's a way to have a kind heart and not be Mr. Nice Guy anymore. I'm going to call this video No More Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, take care. Bye.